Hi everyone, I wanted to share a little bit about the lab reports that you completed. Also, I want to show you my cat who's sitting on my lap here. Wish I was there today, but I am at home right now. But I wanted to talk about some of the issues and talk about how you could maybe earn some points back. So some of the common issues on the lab reports, number one thing, not reading the checklist. So if you look at the bottom of your labs, there is a checklist for everything that you need included. So a lot of you followed that really well. I like to see that. But many of you might have left out a diagram, maybe the material section, stuff like that. So just double check this checklist. This is what I'm going off of for grading your reports. Also, not formatting it very well. So that's something that goes under the neatness category. So I'll show you an example. So this would be an example of what I saw with a lot of lab reports, where it was just a block of text all combined together, and it was kind of hard to read, versus something that looks like this is a lot easier to read. You can see the section titles, and that is a lot neater to read. So I would much prefer to see something like this, where you have distinct sections on your lab reports. Next thing, writing in the first person. So I didn't take off points for this because I know it is our first lab report, but in the future, we're not going to use the words like I, we, my, our, stuff like that in our lab reports because it is supposed to be more formal and scientific, and we don't talk about ourselves in the first person. Also, the conclusion sections were a little bit off. I think that was also from not reading the checklist. I did see a lot of people left out the sources of error in their conclusions. So even if you agree with your hypothesis in the conclusion section, please do still include some sources of error. I was also missing some titles. So that should just not be Bunsen Burner lab reports. It should be something a little bit more creative than that. So if you're wondering, can I fix the grid of my lab because it did not look very good on Infinite Campus? Yes, I am going to treat this lab report as a draft because there were several issues around the board for this one. I know it's the first one that a lot of you have ever written. So I did give you feedback, and that is attached to your lab. So in OneNote, I included a picture of the rubric that I used to grade it at the bottom of that. So you can go ahead and fix any mistakes that you think you want to fix. If you change them, please email me after you finish that if you want me to regrade it or if you just want me to look it over first. Because I'm not going to look through every single one of them every day because some of them were really great. There were several 4s in the class and I was very impressed with those. But again, if you do want them redone, check out that feedback. Make sure you look at the to-do list. Make sure you check that you don't have these issues, and then you can improve your grade on it. All right, hope you're all having a great day. Kaya and I say goodbye. Say goodbye, Kaya.